What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of New Parents in Training. So on today's episode, I want to share with you when we purchased this house, how we managed to get $10,000 grant money to help us buying this house. To begin off, I wanted to have a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who's sitting in the office sharing with you about our experience when we purchased this house, how we got this grant money to help us along the way. Now, this program is good for the state of Texas. So if you live in the state of Texas, this will be 100% applied to you. But if you're not living in the state of Texas, check with your local county, city, and state. There's a very high chance that if Texas has this program, your state might also have similar program as well. Very quickly, I want to share with you how I found out about this program. So back in 08 or 09, one of those years, it was right after the financial crisis had happened. I was driving and overheard on the radio an advertisement about a real estate program that's gonna be taking place on a Saturday, and it will last all day long. And it will talk about grant money and how you be able to save when you go buy a new house. And so at that time, I was very interested about real estate because it's on the news all the time about the mortgage crisis and whatnot. So I figured it was happen on the Saturday and they provide meal and it's free. So I figured, hey, what's there to lose? If they try to sell me stuff afterward, I can always just say no and walk out. So that's what I did. I went in thinking that let's see what they have to offer and go from there. And to my amazement, it was a fantastic class. It is sure it lasts for like 8 hours. Just you feel like a working day on a Saturday, which is never fun, right? But then again, I was able to learn something that still not that many people know about. It turns out that state of Texas, city, county, and the state, each one of them always have like a different type of program to help people to get into housing. One of the program that caught my attention was a 5% down payment assistance program. So back then I was thinking, wow, one day if I want to buy a house, I must utilize that program. Fast forward till a couple years ago, my wife and I, well, my fiance at the time, we decided to get married, and we figured, hey, it's a good time to get a place of our own. So that's when we started looking forward to buy a house. But right before then, I was thinking, I remember I learned something back in 08 or 09 about a grant money that can possibly be used since I'm buying a house now. So I went on and do some research. I came across a bunch of different assistance programs, but I do not qualify for most of them. Programs like if you're a single person, make under 40,000 a year, Harris County will provide you with $15,000 down payment assistance to buy a house that's less than $250,000 within the city limit. So that was really great, but I make more than that, which I wasn't able to qualify for that. So I looked into it more and more, and then I come across the Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation program. In 2017, was still at 5% for the down payment assistance program. And so the short term for that is TSAHC, Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation, TSAHC. .org. I will link all the description down below so you can look into it, go check it out yourself. So once you're in that website, look for the Take Our Quiz button. It should be right on the front page itself. Once you click on that button, it will take you to a page where you can start taking the eligibility quiz. It's 4 parts. The first part is to select your job title. So if you're a public school teacher, librarian, you'll actually be able to qualify for even more stuff, especially if you're a firefighter, a peace officer, and whatnot. But my job title is not on there, so I just click the bottom one. My job title is not listed button, and then go to step 2. Step 2, it asks you, are you the first-time home buyer? Now, the definition of first-time homebuyer is this. It's defined as anyone who hasn't owned or had ownership interest in a principal residence in the past 3 years. If you never bought a house, obviously you are a first-time home buyer. But if you have purchased a house before but didn't own one for the past 3 years, then you're fine. You can continue on with selecting as yes as the first-time home buyer. On the third part is, what county are you purchasing a home in? This is for the entire state. So whichever county that you want to purchase a house, you can select that one. For instance, each county, the income requirement is very different. For the Fort Bend County, it's about $71,000. But for Harris County, where Houston City is, it's about $76,000 salary a year. And also select how big of your family is. If you're a single or couple, it's 1 or 2. If you have kids, and 3 or 4, and so on and so forth. And now come to the step 4. Step 4 is how much your gross income is. Gross income is your pay before tax. So our house is located in Harris County. I wasn't making over 76, so I select the last one. Now here comes the result. I am qualified for Mortgage Credit Certificate Program. And the last but not least, the down payment, the DPA program, which is something that I was looking for. It stated that as long as you have 620 or higher FICO score, and you are eligible for 30 years fixed mortgage loan with a down payment system up to 6% of the loan amount. So in 2017, that figure was at 5%. And now at 2019, that figure up to 6% now. So according to this website, there are 2 more steps right after you have taken this quiz. Step 1 is to look for a approved lender. It is very important to find the right person, okay? Because not all loan officers know about this program. I have tried. I called them, but none of them seem to know what I was talking about. After I have taken that quiz, I realized, okay, so not all loan officers know about this program. So I need to find the approved one. So that's what I end up doing. At the time, we found Denise. She had really high rating, and also her office was really close to where I used to live. So it was no-brainer. We called her up and we set an appointment, and we met her on a Saturday afternoon, I believe, because on the weekday we had to work. So she accommodated us on a Saturday afternoon. We go in, because at that time we're still thinking is this even real? 5% down payment, that's a lot of money. Think about it. If a house is $300,000, 5%, that's $15,000. That's a lot. I'm like, okay, let's just go talk to her and find out more about it. So we went and we have all our questions. 30 minutes later, we came out. We were extremely happy. We're like, yes, let's go look for a house. Let's get this thing down. So Denise told us that in order to qualify for this program, the house value cannot be over $305,000. We can use any type of mortgage that we are qualified for. So guys, you don't have to worry about you have to use a particular mortgage, okay? If you are wanting to put down just 0% or 5% or 20% down, it's really up to you. Whichever mortgage that you qualify for, this grant you can still utilize this grant, so to speak. You are not locked into any one of them. Then that's it. On the closing date, you don't even have to do anything. The loan officer will do it for you. So on the closing date with your closing statement, all the money will be on there. You don't even need to apply for anything. Yeah, so that's what we did. We came out, we were extremely happy, and we started to look for a house. At that time, we didn't really have a realtor, so Denise provided us with recommendations, and one of them was Jennifer. Well, I'm gonna put Denise and Jennifer's information down in the description down below, so if you want to give them a call and ask about more questions, more than welcome to. They are very nice folks. So Jennifer also know about this program, so it's great that to work with a team that know about this grant money. And Jennifer went above and beyond for us. We had to work on the weekdays, so the only time that we can go house hunt will be on the weekend. And anytime we call her, she's there. And it was great. And we were able to narrow down a house that we really like within 30 days period. So everything was pretty much finalized within a very short amount of time. So I like their professionalism. Everything was just quick, and just the way we like it. And anytime we have questions, we're able to ask them, and they are very quick to respond. Doesn't matter the time and the day too. Yeah, we do a lot of communication on the weekend, but they are able to respond to us very quick. That's a step one. You have to find the approved lender. There is a step two. So step two is to attend one of the 6 to 8 hour class to learn about real estate. So they want to make sure that you know what you're getting into when you're buying a house. So that class is very helpful, very educational. Remember what I mentioned before back in 08, 09, I attend one of those classes? That's precisely what it was. Denise told me, just take the one online. So the one online is range from $25 to $99. The one I took, I think was $75. Denise recommended. So I figured, you know what? I don't want to do twice. If that's something that she recommended, then I'll just go ahead and do that one. That class, it's just, if you have done defense driving before, it's very similar. You watch video, PowerPoints and whatnot. Every now and then they will pop up with a quiz. The quiz is very easy, okay? There's no way you can fail. Well, I mean, I won't say no way, but it's very easy to take. So yeah, after one day of sitting through and just watching the entire thing, and I was able to get the certificate right after. And so yes, once you find the approved lender, you have to take the class and you have to give your lender the certificate that you have attended the class. So when this all said and done and we found a house that we really like, we put down the offer, we go in to sign the paper and whatnot. This whole time, I didn't do anything with the application to apply for this grant. Denise did it for me. And it was great because I had no idea what I need to do anyway. So probably it's not something I can do to begin with. I think the lender has to be the one that to apply for us. Anyway, on the day when we signed the paper, it showed up in the closing document that over $10,000 was applied to our final price. It was great. It was just like over $10,000 of saving right off bat. When you purchase a house, there are closing costs. That money covered all that, and whatever is left over went into the principal. How cool is that? Day one, our mortgage has already been lowered. So yeah, we were really thankful. The whole process was very seamless and very painless. I always imagined that buying a house would be a hassle, getting the paperwork and whatnot. But Denise really helped with our mortgage, and Jennifer really helped out with finding the house we really like. And so the whole process was, I would say, like, it was really good experience. Yeah, we still kept in touch with Denise and Jennifer, and so if we're gonna buy another house down the road, we'll definitely hit them up again. And also to you guys, if you have any question, if you want to buy a house, like this grant apply anywhere in the state of Texas, and it's just perfect. I mean, if you wanted to buy a house in Dallas, this grant works for you. If you want to buy a house in San Antonio, this grant works for you. And also, TSAHC is just one of the grants. Okay, there are many other ones. Harris County offer their own. Fort Bend County offer their own. I mean, each county offer variety of stuff. Some more than the other. Some just tax incentive and whatnot. But there's always some kind of program out there. You just have to do your due diligence and look for them. If this is going to be one of the biggest decisions in your life, don't you need to think twice and make the most out of it? I mean, the saving is huge. I just hope that you guys be able to utilize this. If you're not living in the state of Texas, that's okay. Just check with your own city and county and your state. There's probably something similar to this that you can use. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like our channel, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, happy savings.